nothing called left liberalism. Biggest oxymoron, because a leftist can never be liberal, and those who are liberal can never be leftists. But the left liberals, quote-unquote left liberals, have completely removed any element of revolutionary Marxist in our freedom struggle. That does not just end, but it begins with the complete alienation or elimination of Bhagat Singh from the writing of the history of India. Why is that so? Why has the role of the leftists been undermined? Many of whom had tremendous sacrifices, went underground. Were they also perceived to be a threat?
Well, in the specific case of Bhagat Singh, actually he has been in some ways built up by the left as their contribution to the freedom struggle. But in fact, Bhagat Singh was a part of a movement which was almost entirely nationalist.
Yes.
His sort of guru, so to speak, was Sanyal Sanyal, who was clearly anti-Marxist.
Yes.
And he himself in his text writes, why I'm an atheist, he mentions that almost everybody else is not a Marxist. They had to sort of make him kind of the founder of the movement, because the actual founder of the movement, who is M.N. Roy,
yes,
who founded the CPI in Tashkent in 1920, he actually drifted off from the mainstream communist movement and therefore became a bit of an embarrassment. So the left had to kind of resurrect Bhagat Singh as kind of their founder, but he was not their founder at all. Even more embarrassingly, the CPI went and actually supported the British during the Second World War against the INA.
Yeah.
They have more than adequate literature of them mocking, for example, Netaji,
yeah,
which they will now try to be sort of brush under the carpet. Interestingly, the group that got probably the largest group of Marxist revolutionaries that were there ended up in a party that is now almost forgotten, which is the Revolutionary Socialist Party, RSP. It is today not a very important party, but there was a time when it was a significant presence, particularly in Bengal. And again, that party has more or less frittered away. So that's where it is at. And on the other end of the spectrum, of course, there is the RSS.
Yeah.
Its founder, Hegdewar, was the head of Anushilan Samiti in Maharashtra. And if you see the way the RSS is set up even today, it's directly derived from Sri Aurobindo's pamphlet called Bhavani Mandir.
Bhavani Mandir.
Where he describes exactly the network of akhadas, which is what the shakhas are. So there's an enormous contribution of this movement to even understand India of today.
So viewers, if you can look at it, what Sanjeev Sanyal just said was, unfortunately, we have been looking at our history through the prism of political convenience. A servile history has been written, aimed at basically being a hagiography of the Congress leadership of a certain strand. Not that they had no contribution, but of a certain strand that's been overplayed. But in the last 2 minutes, if you just heard Sanjeev, you would have seen him refer to Bhagat Singh.